to shake into it. Let's go and get into what the main news is. It's my dog Kawhi Leonard. Y'all see what it is up here. So I'm going to break it down. Allegedly, this is all alleged thus far because there is currently an investigation going on. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So, allegedly that Kawhi Leonard reportedly had a hidden multi-million-dollar deal sponsorship with the Clippers scoreboard maker. Now, the dude that you see next to Kawhi Leonard in this photo is Steve Ballmer. That is the Clippers owner. Bro's been owning the Clippers since about, I want to say, like 2015. He's also allegedly involved with this scandal due to the fact that he allegedly made donations to the scoreboard maker. So this shit gets tricky. So literally, this scandal seems like a scandal that's been going on for a hot minute. That's what's kind of crazy. And then all you can say is, not my dog Kawhi Leonard. Is Kawhi Leonard that silent for a reason? That's all I'm saying. Hey, Kawhi Leonard, bro, don't say too many words. Even his response to this shit wasn't too many words. Maybe Kawhi Leonard understands. Kawhi Leonard might be the biggest gangbanger in gangbangers just off the fact that he know how to keep his mouth shut. The real OG. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, but so basically this stemmed from, I'm pretty sure, just to give my little like what I think about the whole situation. From one end, which is the end that I think about, is Kawhi Leonard completely knew what was going on, but not completely knew. Let me backtrack that. He didn't completely knew what was going on. Kawhi Leonard for sure probably dipped his hand into that money. Like, yeah, bro, I want some of that money. I want some of that. But it got too big. Like, niggas couldn't see that this shit was about the situation that was about to happen. But let's just get into it. So, basically, this started off with a trade for Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, around the time before he got traded to the Clippers, when he was going and doing his negotiation with teams, he was going and he was asking multiple teams that he sat down with, one notably being the Lakers, because that's probably the biggest franchise in basketball. Let's be honest, probably them, the Knicks, just like organization wise, like the fan base, the market, what makes where they located. So I would say probably the Los Angeles Lakers is probably the biggest, one of the biggest markets in basketball, if not the biggest. When Kawhi Leonard went over there to negotiate with the Lakers before he landed with the Clippers, he basically was asking them to be part owners, like asking for part ownership of the Lakers, asking for a private plane that would be available at all times. He asked for a house. He asked for a guaranteed amount of money, off-court endorsement money. So Kawhi Leonard wasn't coming in this motherfucker negotiating like, hey, hey, bro, I'm just trying to play basketball. Hey, I just want money to feed my family. Kawhi Leonard like, nah, I need more than that. But if we think about it, it's kind of crazy because Kawhi Leonard, we know to be cheap. I know y'all remember when the motherfucking internet was going crazy over Kawhi Leonard driving like some 97 Chevy truck or some shit like that. He was going crazy over that shit like, oh, Kawhi Leonard's so humble. He's saving all his money. No, that nigga was making it look like he was saving all his money. Let's go see what Kawhi Leonard garage really looked like. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go see what's in that whip. You know what I'm saying? Let's go see what keys he got hanging up on that wall. Stop playing with me. But hey, so basically after all of those demands though, Kawhi Leonard allegedly, and this is when the Lakers still was owned by the Buss family. I'm not gonna say by Jeanie Buss, but Jeanie Buss had a lot to say in the Lakers like organization talks at that time before they were traded off. However, he demanded all of those things from Jeanie Buss, but she's like dismissed, like she ultimately like, hell no, partner, like you can't get all that one because we can't provide that too. You not worth all that. Like, come on, Kawhi Leonard, bro. They done had Kobe, they done had Wilt, they done had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Respectfully, you're not close to any of them. Let's just be honest. Like, you're not close to any of them. You get what I'm saying? But she dismissed them saying that like it was illegal, basically. Like, nah, it's the collective bargaining agreement of NBA, which is basically like they can only give you a certain amount of money off the court. Like, so they can't do that regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So she couldn't do that. So she like, hell no. Then what Kawhi do? He take his so happy ass down the street. You feel what I'm saying? Whoop-de-doo. Skip my Lou going down the street talking about, yeah, let me just go meet up with the Clippers. I know they could probably got a little bit of money. I mean, they are located in Los Angeles type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Type shit. But let's stop back on that part right there. Before I even continue on, just remember that his happy ass went down the street. So let's get to this part right here. Let's break this down. So Kawhi Leonard, just like I said, he's not Wilt, he's not Kobe, he's not even fucking LeBron James. But I say Kareem. He's not Kareem, he's not Wilt, he's not Kobe, he's not LeBron James. None of them we've heard of getting this. Now, we do understand that take like years to come out. You get what I'm saying? And this is all like what's allegedly being said. Like this is allegedly the information that's coming out. So don't quote me on this at all. LeBron James, I mean, is not even getting this type of stuff, right? But let's go to the Bus family. If she sees that they're doing illegal business there, why wouldn't she mention this already? So this is where I was going from at the beginning of the story, which was making me look up: did Kawhi Leonard piss somebody off? Like that's up there, or did Steve Ballmer piss somebody off? That's up there, or was this just a factor of a bad situation and falling on people that was doing a legal scheme, like an illegal scheme, a Ponzi scheme is what we should call it. And what I mean by that is that were they actually their scheme was going well, and then the business just crashed on them due to some odd reason which we don't know. I don't know why businesses crash. You feel what I'm saying? Other than like money issues, you feel what I'm saying, or somebody like a legal scheme going bad, but overall the business crashed. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe he just didn't see that happen, and then he ended up getting caught in the wind of it. Although he was doing, you feel what I'm saying, still shady business at the end of the day. So I guess it wouldn't matter. You still being shady. However, Kawhi Leonard took his happy ass down the street to Steve. Steve like, hey, Kawhi Leonard negotiating. Hey, Steve, bro, I need the jet, bro. I need the house on the beach, my boy. I need that Maybach, my boy. Full on gas off your ticket. You understand what I'm saying? And I need a plane, bro, just in case if I want to go to Dubai. You know what I'm saying? For a couple days. You feel me? And so no cap though. But Steve gave bro basically everything he wanted, because what Steve did was the company that he was funding, which is called Aspirations, which is like they said, the scoreboard making company. No, they're tied to the scoreboard making company. I'm sorry. He used a secret multi-million-dollar deal from that company. So basically what that mean was he was giving Kawhi Leonard paid through that company that he was funding still. Because these owners got stupid bread. Like, bro, let's be honest. You're not owning no football team, no NBA team, no hockey team, unless you got stupid bread. Like, and if we talk about hockey, like, that's stupid bread. And even soccer is even more bread. Like, and that's what I'm saying. These people not broke. They billionaires. Let's be honest here. They're billionaires. So he basically, through that endorsement, like the third party endorsement, Ballmer, the endorsement company that was paying Kawhi Leonard, Ballmer initially invested $50 million through a personal LLC to these dudes. So, and that's the same time around the time that the Clippers paired with Aspirations. So you see what I'm saying? Aspirations is the company that he gave this $50 million deal to. So, on March 23rd, 2023, Ballmer added another $10 million deal, $10 million funding to that company. So overall, he put $60 million into that company. Now, if y'all remember what I just said, Kawhi Leonard, it was going to be getting, what, $23 million from that, I think I said? $28 million? Yeah. Multi-million-dollar deal. So think about that. So bro's just basically throwing money into there, making it look like a donation, but weirdly enough, paying them enough to where Kawhi Leonard can get paid some of that bread. Let's talk about it, y'all. Now, look, like I said, bro has owned, I believe, the Clippers since 2015. I believe that Steve Ballmer has owned the Clippers since 2015, 2013. I believe he's owned the Clippers since 2013, 2015. 12 years. 2014, right? Purchase price $2 billion. He purchased that team for. So y'all see the money bro's playing with. You understand what I'm saying? But he purchased that in 2014. He purchased this, right? That company started, I believe, in 2012. Whatever, don't matter. We're going to get there. So bro put basically $60 million into it. And Kawhi's asking for all of that plus the $28 million. So think about that. He's asking for the private plane, the house, the private jet, let's be honest, which means that, or private plane, meaning that it has to get fuel. He asked for a house. He asked for guaranteed money off the court endorsements, which was that $28 million. And then he asked for ownership into the Clippers, which Steve Ballmer obviously knows that that's going to look very shady if he's paying Kawhi like that, because it's going to get out, because anyone can really look at the contract. You get what I'm saying? Then I'm pretty sure they got to report that money to people. Also, you can't treat one player like that, bro. That's crazy. Partial stake in a team. That nigga's a partial owner of the team. He can make, You get what I'm saying? Also, Kawhi Leonard is getting paid that extra 28 off the field, right? So that's 60 million that he just put in there. Yeah, and again, we talking about 60 million, bro. Not 60,000, not 6,000. We talking about 60 million dollars these people is playing with right now. Like he gave a company 60 million dollars, bro. Bro, do y'all know what I can do with 60 million dollars, bro? 60 million dollars, bro. And bro just put for some bullshit. This ain't making bro no money. He just doing this because he want his team to be that good. Let me take that back then. I'll retract. I guess honestly that's making him a little bit of money if you think about it. Because if he paying for his team to be good, he trying to be good. But the thing is, Kawhi don't even be playing. But let me stay on track, y'all. Because anyway, so basically the overall charge for Kawhi Leonard, is salary cap circumvention, which basically means that the Clippers allegedly is using a hidden company to fund financial perks to Kawhi Leonard. You get what I'm saying? Which is basically what they're saying with the scoreboard thing. Now, like I said before, this can make you think: was this business going on before Kawhi got there, or was this business not going on before Kawhi got there? Because, like I said, Kawhi did sign a little bit later. He made his first donation in January 2021. I believe Kawhi signed in 2023 or 2021. So he basically probably promised Kawhi Leonard that money beforehand, before he made those donations into that company. And then fucking Kawhi was getting paid for it. Now, that's not to say that Kawhi didn't know before getting involved, but that for sure is to say that Kawhi knew about that money and knew how bro was getting that money to him. So it can be for sure, because there's no way you're gonna get promised that much money and then you not wanna know exactly how or when you're getting paid that money. There's no way. Most definitely as an athlete, because you, like I said, bro, they're playing the hardest sport in the world at the highest level. Like there's no chance of that happening. However, the Clippers, they've been under investigation by the law firm Watchwell, Lipton, Rosen, and Cots, with the focus on $28 million endorsement deal given to Leonard by Aspiration. Now, Aspiration was the company I was telling you about that went bankrupt. They went bankrupt due to the fact of just some money issues, right? However, when that company went bankrupt, right, the owner Steve Ballmer, what happened was Joe Sandberg, which was like I believe the co-owner of the company, the co-CEO of that company, he went to jail for wire fraud. You can look this up. So Joe Sandberg, he is Aspiration's partner, sent to prison for wire fraud. Aspiration's partner's co-founder sentenced to prison for $248 million scheme to defraud investors and lenders. Now, this is what I think will be the fall guy. If y'all asking me, I think bro's probably the fall guy. Like I said, he only got 2 years in prison. I'm almost sure. Let me see. Oh no, he was sentenced to 14 years in prison. I'm mistake that, right? Sent because he was frauded. Now, makes it look a little bit more, because I had misread this earlier, so I'm glad we're reading this again. This makes it look like that what Steve Ballmer is saying is actually very accurate to the fact of him being fucking scammed out of the money, because that was one of Steve Ballmer's excuses as to why he was funding a corrupt company. Basically stated that he was defrauded by Aspiration and his co-founder Joe Sandberg, who's now in jail for defraud multiple lenders and investors. Now, like I said, he could still be the fall guy. You know what I'm saying? There always has to be a fall guy. Yes, we're going to focus on the star, which is Kawhi Leonard, and truthfully also the fucking Clippers owner, which is fucking Steve Ballmer. But Joseph Sandberg could have been the fall guy. You get what I'm saying? However, he was sentenced and he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud and shit like that, defrauding multiple lenders and investors for a 5-year scheme. So he hasn't been there the whole time. You get what I'm saying? So even Joseph Sandberg could have probably came. And who knows? Like I said, who knows? I'm not playing cop here. But like I said, however, this other journalist, Pablo Torre, was doing some digging. Pablo Torre was doing some digging. Let's get to him. And bro found out, where is it at? It's like a little minute clip. Okay, yes. So I'm gonna basically break this shit down. Let's start there. Let's break this shit down. So it was a project, right? And basically Aspirations was the first issue that they had legally with Kawhi Leonard. So this is basically what kicked off the scandal, is that Steve Ballmer was sending money into Aspirations, millions of dollars, and basically Kawhi Leonard had some type of ties into that because he was allegedly getting paid from that third party company who Steve Ballmer was allegedly investing money into just because he was an investor. Now he's claiming he got defrauded, Steve Ballmer, and Kawhi Leonard is kind of on hush mode. He just said that he'll be all right and he hopes everything goes over smoothly. He hasn't really said too much. However, that's the first issue. So the second issue, which was found by this guy right here, Pablo Torre, a good journalist, was the Dome project, which reported that Leonard had another unknown deal with Daktronics, the company that had manufactured the Intuit's Dome Halo video screen and others in sports worlds. So basically, let me tell y'all, bro. Daktronics is like one of the biggest LED screen companies in the world, right? They probably worked on the TV, LED TV you watching right now, no cap, or screen, or monitor, or whatever. Right? So they're one of the biggest companies that you can. Basically, they're one of the biggest LED like screen companies, manufacturing companies in the world. Daktronics is one of the biggest companies in the world. Let me see. Let's see one of their scoreboards. Let me see. I want to see one of their scoreboards, but I don't think they got. Anyway, they probably worked on your. They probably worked on your Homes Arena's scoreboard. Let's be honest. They probably worked on your Homes Arena scoreboard. I'm gonna just be there. So basically, Daktronics is like one of the biggest LED companies, manufactured a while ago. They've been around since before I've been born, since before your mama been born, since before my mama been born, since before, I don't even know. You feel what I'm saying? But they basically is the company that is Kawhi also was getting money from. Just to give y'all a kind of like where that company stands, they're because I looked it up right here. They're holding roughly 5% of the worldwide LED display market and annual revenue of $839 million. Annual revenue. So they're getting to the fucking money on. I ain't gonna lie. And so basically, he's also into a sneaky deal with them. So let's hear. Oh, I want to go to it. I watched him earlier, but I don't see the clip, bro.
This is the approximately $100 million Halo board. It is the double-sided oval-shaped crown jewel of Steve Ballmer's Intuit Dome. You may now recall.
This is week 3.
What we have for you is a national survey. We've been talking this whole time.
What the hell happened?
This is week 3.
What happened to the whatchamacallit, bro? I just had it.
This is week 3 of the 5 covering the WNBA.
Right. There was no inciting event. In fact, when...
What we have for you is a national survey by the adult video site. We've been talking this whole time about stuff hiding in plain sight. And so I want to bring you from March 2023 inside the Intuit Dome construction site and tell me if you notice anything.
There's an American flag there. I feel very patriotic at this point. Pablo, what am I looking for?
What's the other thing behind Steve Ballmer next to that American flag?
Yeah, it's a sign, but I can't make out what it says.
What's the other thing to the left of that?
Oh, no! No! Is that a tree?
It's not just any tree. It's a 5-foot-tall lemon cypress tree. It is native to California, and it will grace our arena and construction today with good luck. Then it and 999 more will be planted in the soil throughout Inglewood in partnership with Intuit and Aspiration to commemorate this milestone.
Where is it going, Amin?
They're raising it up to the roof like it's a banner? And it's actually going to the roof? No, come on.
Replace it.
Unbelievable.
And its super system of beams would replace it.
Unbelievable.
I want to get to another way that Daktronics reminded me of Aspiration. Because by the spring of 2023, Aspiration, you will recall, was on the road to bankruptcy and federal investigation. Following the whistleblower complaint, we obtained that detailed salary cap circumvention in writing under penalty of perjury. And around this same time, it turns out, things weren't going that great for Daktronics.
I'm the Kobe Bryant of earnings calls. I'll just watch the same play over and over and over again. And there was another moment I saw, I just kept rewinding, which is when the company's audit committee chair, a member of the board, spoke up, which isn't very common. It's like seeing Tyler Kolek at the end of a game or something. And he was speaking because the company...
Bro just caught a crazy straight. Why did Tyler Quirkin have to catch that straight? Nah, dog. Nah. Bro's a Knicks fan sending strays like that. Nah.
His auditor had issued a dire warning
about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. We unfortunately had to conclude that substantial doubt did exist. I will now hand the call over to Reese.
To be clear, a going concern warning is very bad. That meant that the company might go bankrupt within the next 12 months.
Great time to sign a celebrity sponsor. And so just in terms of the influence that Steve Ballmer and the Clippers had over Daktronics and their operations in 2023, this is how my first source, the person under contract for the Clippers Intuit Dome project, put it to me.
If the Clippers told Daktronics to jump, they would say how high?
Daktronics did a lot more than just survive. They went from being severely financially distressed to, as this 2024 Sportico headline suggests, the opposite.
Scoreboard maker Daktronics hits 17-year high on Intuit Dome success.
The stock went up 6 times between 2023 and today. And the Intuit Dome...
Mind you, he said that stock went up 6 times between 2023 and today. Think about how much money I just told y'all Steve Ballmer was investing into that company January 2021 and March 2023. So what I'm telling y'all is this. Maybe Steve Ballmer went and took over that company trying to do some shady shit because he was trying to make the Clippers so much better. We do not know. All we do know is that Kawhi Leonard might be absolutely cooked. Kawhi Leonard might be absolutely cooked. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Because if bro's digging, if you got motherfuckers that's digging into your business this deep like this, you know what I'm saying? And you also got 12 looking at it into your business like that, but y'all have it out there like this on display. But what can you possibly do about that? There's not really too much you can do about that. And then let's move on to the playing side of Kawhi Leonard. This whole investigation is basically holding up a lot of shit because Adam Silver is already irritated because he's trying to get the season underway. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all remember that Kawhi Leonard just got traded to the Toronto Raptors, which basically got not vetoed, but it basically got nerfed because he's under investigation, so they don't even know if they're gonna be able to have the team. So basically, the league didn't pause the trade. The NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, low-key is even saying, like, he's trying to get the league going. Y'all know he was even targeting LeBron, saying that, like, come on, bro. I'm trying to get this shit started. Like, you holding up the process for what? You know where you going. Make your decision so I can go ahead and do what's right. You feel me? Now, it's kind of tough that even Adam Silver is giving LeBron that respect. But it's like, come on, bro. Niggas can't be holding out like this, doing this dumb shit in the season. Like, either the trade don't happen and that team just got to take the L, or, like, you let the trade go through and he hoops until we figure out the result of what's going on, because you're innocent until proven guilty, as we all know. So the parties didn't go forward given the investigation. So basically the trade was made, but it wasn't finalized because this investigation. And however, say that they did make the trade. Like, let's say the Toronto Raptors did trade the Clippers for, I forget who Kawhi got traded for, a couple picks and whatever the fuck, right? Say Kawhi gets found guilty. He's probably not playing in the league no more. He's going to jail too. Kawhi already, people think that he wasn't going to play too much longer because of how bad his knees is. He already don't play now. So it's like, and this is no shade. This is no shade whatsoever, but it's the facts. Kawhi Leonard has played 37 games in 2024-2025, and he's played 65 games total in 2025 to 2026. And we shit on Joel Embiid because I believe Joel Embiid played, what, 50? 40, 50? How many games did Joel Embiid play this year? Oh, he played 38. Sheesh! But still, let's be honest. 38, 65. We seen what happened to Joel Embiid. This is not like Kawhi Leonard's getting hurt like Joel Embiid, like people falling into his knees, people doing this, people doing that. This is the same injury that has been holding Kawhi Leonard back. And again, I don't know exactly what's going on with the bro's knee, but like I said, bro, go hoop or get off the team, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up, go hoop or get off the team. Like, you can't. Like, we be wanting to feel so bad for the injuries, but we know what come with it. Like, your time come and your time go. Father time defeats all. It's even about to defeat my GOAT, which is Uncle Brian James, LeBron James. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it's either go home and get off the porch. Joel Embiid went 38, but he went to conference finals. Knocked out the 2 years ago, the champions, the Boston Celtics, who was champions 2 years ago. So, come on, bro. 65 games. Not even close. And you the number one on that team. See, that's the thing that's kind of saving Joel Embiid. Although he's hurt, his team is still excelling. Imagine. That's the new word, excelling. His team is still excelling. You feel me? So, even if he's playing less games, it won't look half as bad because we're seeing him longer compared to Kawhi Leonard. Who we not seeing at all. His team sitting down and he's supposed to be the number one option. But there's no one on his team to really pick up that, and people was dogging Paul George. Like I told y'all, I think Paul George is going to be my surprising player this upcoming basketball season. I don't see Paul George having a bad season. I see him looking at this as a redemption year 1. 2, I think since he got in trouble because of the steroids or whatever he got in trouble for, whatever the enhancing drugs that he was taking, whatever the fuck. I think since he got in trouble for that and he was sitting for so long, so he couldn't really get in that season form, that y'all forget who PG-13 is. And bro's a hooper. I'm telling y'all, he might have slowed down a little bit, but everybody slowed down. That still don't mean bro can't get a bucket whenever he want to now. Come on. But yeah, so I think PG. But back to Kawhi. If he is found guilty, say he get traded to the Raptors, because I got off track a little bit. That's a violation of the CBA. Which I told y'all is the collective bargaining agreement, because they can't do that. They can't, which is basically exactly what they're doing, funding from a different source, basically paying a player, giving them special treatments with money, with jets, with houses, with cars, Maybachs, all blacked out. Yeah, but nah. So then they're going to strip them of some first round pick. Like, basically, if the Clippers get caught for this, bro, it's not only Kawhi that's getting in trouble, the team is suffering. So who's going to want to go to that team? And it's not like they can build. They're just going to have to get lucky on draft picks. It's not really like they can build, which actually might be good for the league because we're seeing now the teams that's winning are the teams that's developing with each other. The teams that's playing around, like that's staying around with each other for a while. The teams that's building, getting to know each other, like we said, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the New York Knicks. They've been together since college, that big three, and then they added a big man. You know what I'm saying? So we're starting to see those teams win. However, they're going to let go of some first-round picks. They're going to penalize Ballmer and even Kawhi Leonard. Like I said, they'll void his contract. He's out the league. So now he's just looking for another team. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Ballmer basically takes the no hit. He just funded the money. Which, truthfully, the person that funded the money, I think, should take the biggest hit. Truthfully. But because as a player, like right is right and wrong is wrong, yes, but if my owner is going to allow, is going to basically give me more money, why am I going to say no regardless of how he's giving me that money? Like I said, the whole point of the game is to get your bag nowadays. So why would I say no if he's going to give me that money? And I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up. We're gonna go ahead and keep, this is something I'm gonna keep up on because I think this is gonna be interesting. I would love to see what happened with Kawhi Leonard and what happened with Steve Ballmer. Like I said, I think Steve Ballmer should get in trouble more. I do think that one dude was probably used as the fall guy, Joe Scheinberg or whatever it is. But hey, we gonna see, man. But like we said, Kawhi, get money. Hold on. Get money. But hey,
no,
I appreciate
like
everybody
man.
that's tuning in, man. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate it. The subscribers are climbing. But hey, man, if you, whoever you know, tell them to tap in with me. Tell your mama friend to tap in with me. Tell your best friend to tap in with me. Tell your cousin to tap in with me. Come on and watch Scoop and Scope, man. I appreciate everybody. But if y'all want to do me a favor, like I said, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We trying to get monetized out here, so we just gonna keep pushing it day by day, brick by brick. Y'all know what it is. Hey, man, but Lil Joey up out of here. Scoop and Scope, y'all know what it is. Peace and much.